Hi everyone. I'm continuing to look at the insights of Jane Smith and Betty Carlson in their book, A Gift of Music, Great Composers. The book I'm reading from doesn't have the dust jacket, so you could never see the cover, but I did have an extra copy of it, so just wanted you to see what the book looked like. A Gift of Music, Great Composers and Their Influence. So just so that you could see what it looked like. So we're going to look at Beethoven today. And this time we were going to talk a little bit about the influences that they had upon their own lives. So that Beethoven had on his life. Beethoven lived from 1770 to 1827. And he lived when humanism reached a pinnacle. So we're going to read a little bit about his life, and you'll see what he believed and the influences on his life. Beethoven almost worshipped Goethe, Germany's most famous writer. Like the literary genius, Beethoven believed that it is the artist's task to express both the turmoil and peace within oneself, and to search for one's own perfection. Beethoven's music is full of violent contrast. Renoir, the French painter, observed that Beethoven is, quote, positively indecent the way he tells us about himself. He doesn't spare us either the pain in his heart or the pain in his stomach, end of quote. The music of Beethoven has a frenzied, demonic energy. It is volcanic and exuberant, and suddenly melts into tenderness and sadness, and then again bursts into fury. It is a direct outpouring of his personality. Always an early riser from 5 or 6 in the morning, Beethoven liked to work in the morning and had the habit of composing out of doors while taking long walks. He said, quote, I love a tree more than a man, end of quote. Beethoven loved the natural world, but as a pantheist who worships nature rather than the creator. Beethoven was not the man to bow to anyone, even God, said David Ewan. Basically, Rousseau's idea was that the creative person should not be at home in society, but seek solitude to express oneself, one's feelings, and to delve into the unconscious, to uncover the mystery in one's inner self. On one occasion, a friend made for Beethoven a copy of one of his scores. He signed it, "With God's help." Underneath it, Beethoven scrawled, "Oh man, help yourself." As a composer, his was one endless quest for the ideal form that would completely express the unity he had envisioned from the beginning. But as Francis Schaeffer has explained in his book, How Should We Then Live?, humanism fails to bring unity and does not answer life's crucial questions. The revealed biblical truth of the triune God offers the only worldview that provides a unity between universal absolutes and the particulars of human existence. In Jesus Christ, God offers an individual believer a spiritual wholeness and intellectual satisfaction that gives meaning and content to life. People all over the world know and appreciate the music of Beethoven. In one sense, his music appeals to us because much of it expresses his struggle and suffering, and we identify with him. Often in his letters, Beethoven asked the question, what is the use of it all? But when composing, he rarely asked the question until the latter part of his life. In much of his music, Beethoven balanced suffering with solace, which gave the impression of strength. By all means, we should listen to the music of Beethoven. His music brings together thoughts and emotions which often are more intense than we can produce. But never listen indifferently and without discernment. Enjoy and appreciate what is good, but hold in mind that as it is with composers, as it is with all of us, what we believe affects our total life. So I just thought those were interesting concepts, because really what you put in yourself is how you're going to think. So we need to check or watch what we're putting in. So next time we will talk about Tchaikovsky and the things that influenced his belief or his struggle with belief.